Hi, before we have a look at this stuff from eBay, a few words about a disappointment of another eBay sale. I did won a bid on British eBay for a missile, gyro assembly and electronics pack. It was 30 British pounds the price. I was quite happy with it, but the seller did cancel the sale with no reasons given. So it is quite sad. It would have been an awesome teardown, but it will never happen, it seems. So I will include here in the video 3 blurry photos from the eBay ad, so at least you will see what we have missed. So it is sad, but for the same money I found this onto French eBay from the same seller I got the military wattmeters I took apart a few months ago. Here is a test bench for aircraft radios and control aids. So this was exactly the same price than the missile part. 40 euros and 20 for shipping, because it is quite heavy. In particular, in fact, this accessories case is heavier than the rack itself. So it is a test bench from the 1970s to test aircraft transceivers on their control units. It comes with a very nice Delce attaché case with a lot of wires and accessories in it. And here is what looks like the thing. I even have the original user manual that I may scan. It is in French. So this thing is a basic, allows to do basic functionality test onto aircraft radios, it seems. There is no microprocessor or anything in it. And in fact, there is no lot of electronics. I was expecting a little more, but it came with a lot of accessories, and just for the suitcase here is almost in a new condition. So just for this it was already a good price, because this brand is really expensive. They are very nice suitcase. So it is normally powered with 27 volts, and it came with this wire with a big unusual plug, which is in very good condition. It may be sold, maybe I will sell it on eBay if someone needs this, but I did never see this before, so not sure. The last test of the device was on 2006, before it was removed from the inventory of the French Air Force. So I will power it on quickly. Sadly, I have no the matching radios. So we have a number of buttons that will light up. I will zoom later on the front panel. In a second video we will have a look at the accessories, and in a third video we will have a look at the insides of this. I do not know yet what I will do with it. I may end scrapping it and just keeping the parts, because it is quite bulky. It is in a medium condition, and I do not know yet, but there is very good parts to retrieve, very useful parts, so I will see. So all these lights here are aircraft grade lights. It is good. Here we have a big connector to fit your aircraft transceiver, and like on aircraft there is a test function that will dimly light all the lights. In fact, my power supply is not high enough. It needs 27. I have only 20 volts. So these lights here are very dim, for example. And you can see there is two problems. Here we are missing a bulb, and this galvanometer is not moving. In the user manual it says the test button makes move all the galvanometers. So there is only at least one failure here. On the back side we'll just have a power socket and a coax antenna plug. Okay, now I will zoom on the front panel so you can see the buttons, and I will detail some of them maybe. Where is my remote? Okay, remote found. So we have here a first galvanometer with emission, so I guess we have RF wattmeter inside, or something like so, because we have watt up to maybe 30 or 50 watts here, 30 watts I should say. We have OSC trans button, emitting, transcoding, oscillator transforming, not sure. Watt in VHF, percentage of modulation. We have our test button. Two coax, which I am not sure which flavor they are. They are just BNC with the original caps, which is good because they are quite hard to find. Here we have test. We have headset speaker button, traffic, and external or internal MISO, it seems. Two banana plugs. The 600 ohm demi-load switching button. Beside this we have the receiving meter with 18 volts regulated, varicaps, oscillator in kilohertz, oscillator in megahertz, VHF IF CAG, and SIL BF milliwatt. Interesting. These are jacks for the headset equipment. I have machine jack in the case, so we will see what they look like. They are quite special. We have TOS. I do not know if it is for terms of service button. We have here the digital display with early 7-segment displays. As you can see, we have baud rate or transfer rate galvanometer in receiving and transmitting. So I do not know if it is for transmitting data over the radio. We have lights. These are just lights, not push buttons. So we have M seal with a thing over it, so cancelled seal, 25 kilohertz, 50 kilohertz. So I guess these are the steps between the radio channels. The bulb for TOS test. This is a backlight test of the control unit of the radio, it seems. Muting, alternator rearming, transmitting, and X for nothing. I do not know. We have here the main function for a switch for the device, on off button with a light inside, measuring output, a little wired connector here. It is a little bit too low for you. Little unusual connector here, round connector for the control box of the radio, and the two steps big connector for the radio rack. Die cast aluminium, solid aluminium handles on the rack, of course. And now we will have a sneak preview inside the suitcase. So, what do we have in this? We have all of this. including very beefy cables here at the back, as you can see, and a lot of coax adapters, little cables, breakout boxes here with banana plugs, some dummy-load here in the grill box, and more adapters and things. So this will be quite a thing, guys. Some of the stuff is probably very expensive. And as you can see, the suitcase is in very almost new condition. Sadly, I am just missing the keys, but I guess it may be possible to find matching keys. There is a number written over the lock. And as you can see, as the device, we have a manufacturer plate here. The case is serial number 105, and it was also tested in 2006. So I will turn around the rack in order to show you the other side real quick. So we have a big venting hose at the top, and it will be easier this way maybe. So at the back we'll just have the same kind of manufacturer plate. So this box particular rack is a serial number 1110, received by the army in December 1976. It is model number BB46A, made by for the STTA. There is some red paint here, maybe for it seems to have been demilitarized because it looks like it is missing something inside. There are unpopulated connectors on here at the left. Antenna coax. Okay, and the user manual will use the overhead camera to show you the contents. Here is, so it is a regular rack case that may be reused for something else probably, but it is quite, there are some bent parts and such, and I have no real use for a rack project box because it is simply too space consuming for me. So I guess it could be possible to do something nice with it, but it will be something nice that takes too many space. Okay, one more little light test. So in the next video we will have a detailed look at all of the accessories provided with it. Thanks for watching, bye bye.